when you thought they couldn't come up with sillier words for a social network. What's up, socials? Happy Monday. Today we're talking about how to get started with Blab to get more eyeballs on your brand. Whether today is your very first day or you're trying to improve what you've been doing over there already, we're going to Blab.im to figure out how we can leverage this live streaming platform for brand awareness. I mean, let's just get over the name first, okay? Because it's just silly. But it also makes a heck of a lot of sense. So that's why my first tip is that before you get on Blab for marketing and just turn the webcam on, you should really be there as a viewer first. The very cool thing about that is you might turn the webcam on a lot sooner than you thought, because you can easily jump into a video chat with any existing Blab that's going on. You can also just hang out in the written chat. There's so many options to be a part of a community just by getting into a room or getting into a Blab. Get acquainted with the atmosphere, chat with people on camera and off, and then really understand how it works very, very well so that when you launch your own original content, it's actually going to be better because you're experienced at least a little bit with the platform. Always make sure before you pop on a video feed that your audio is reliable. Nobody wants you to be in the hustle and bustle of a shopping mall with no headset on and there's tons of music and people screaming and they were just having this really nice chat and then you came in and then completely disrupted the audio. This is something that I think Blab should get a little bit of a hold of in terms of being able to approve people's feeds or audio before they pop on. They don't really have that yet, but just know that before you ever get on video, whether it's your own or someone else's, have a headset, some sort of microphone that is not just whatever is built into your device. Because yeah, you can blab from a smartphone, which makes it crazy. One of the great offerings from Blab is that they send you the audio and the video of your recorded session. You do have to hit the record button. They will send it to you in an email. You don't need third party to record anything, and you can really leverage this for repurposing content. I use Blab to create audio files for my podcast, the Social Authority podcast. So it makes it so much fun because I get to have people there in the live environment and they get to watch me as I'm recording my podcast. But if you are also thinking about having these longer form conversations on a YouTube channel, you can have that as well because you'll get the MP4 delivered to you. Really take advantage of the fact that you can change the title of your Blab anytime you want, especially during the actual event, which is really cool because when people click the share button to Twitter or Facebook, it's going to share whatever the title is of the session. So if the conversation flows in and out to different things, if you change the topic to whatever you're currently discussing, it's really helpful for people that are just entering the room, but also those people that want to keep sharing the conversation to their communities. They'll actually have a very good reason for it because the copy will change by default when you do this. You can also take advantage of allocating certain roles to people and saying you are a host, so therefore you can change the topic for me. So if you have a producer that can do that, or if you want someone to be on camera with you but also be the host of the show so they can have that same functionality, it's great. Otherwise they'll be considered a guest when they get on camera with you. My biggest tip here is to stick to your time. I'm seeing too many people get on Blab and have like 4-hour conversations, and quite frankly it could probably be amazing feedback from your audience if you actually have a 4-hour conversation to have, but unless you planned for that amount of time and marketed it that way, it just seems like you're wasting time on Blab. I think it's very important to say this is when the show starts, this is when it ends. We're gonna allow 15 minutes of unrecorded time for Q&A. If you wanna do something like that, that totally makes sense, but stay within your time. Let people know there are rules to this content. And I have one last tip from somebody who really knows what it's like to have an incredible Blab presence.
For your very first Blab, make sure you're not alone. Take someone with you. It doesn't matter if they've had experience with Blab. Just take someone with you so you guys can learn together and have fun. Record it because you'll want to see it later, but just have someone with you. Remember, friends, don't let friends blab alone.
You're all set and ready to go. All that's left is for you to check out my Jumpstart Guide for Blab marketing for your business. Download that totally for free. The link is in the description or in the YouTube card. That's all for today, socials. Thank you so much for tuning in. I appreciate it as always, and I'll be back tomorrow with another Getting Started in Social Media video.